sampled our mail piece for us. I've been working with Jesse since 2007, probably. He's worked with us on and off. He's been with us. We were under Community Prospects originally, and we rebranded about a year ago. This industry is a tough industry. You're going to see that response rates go down. I'm sure you're seeing that your clients aren't losing money like they used to if you've been in this business a while. And it's important to identify your niche market, who you want to specialize in. So whether you're a woman and you want to market to other women, if you're a gentleman and you're saying, oh, you know, I'm seeing right now a lot of 401k and IRA rollover business, I'm going to specialize with people who are younger people that want to move over their money. That's probably the best place to be in right now. That's where we're seeing all the money from our agents is in that 401k IRA rollover business. So ages 58 to 65 is a great market. But whatever market you want to be in, you have to say, this is my market, this is my niche market, and how do I get to these people? How do I reach these people? So with me, my niche market, my market I want to go into is you guys. I've grown up in the business. My father is a financial planner, and I grew up with him trying everything. He started off in property and casualty, and he, to get in front of clients, just picked up the phone and went on the phone book and cold called people. He then started life insurance, then into annuities, but he was never afraid of spending money. And if you want to be a huge financial planner, you got to market smartly, but also you can't be afraid to spend some money. With me, my way of selling is to speak to you on a one-on-one basis and to see what you've done in the past, see where you want to go, and to kind of give you suggestions. Talk to you about, hey, do you have, just Google yourself, do you have a presence online right now? If you don't have a presence online and you have one bad client, if you have one client who has something bad to say about you and they're going to say it, no one else, all they're going to see is the bad. No one's going to see the good. So building a Yelp, building yourself just a little one-page website is super important, and you're getting people who like you. You're saying, hey, you liked me. Please go online and say good things about me. So there's little things you can do online and through mail or digitally to help build your brand. So we do everything. We started with direct mail, but as you all know, and you probably use the internet a lot, things are going digitally. So you have to kind of embrace web and marketing on the web. And the nice thing about marketing on the web is it's a lot less expensive than doing it through the mail. So if you can do both and do it for, economically, it works out. You guys have heard about Social Security. You've probably heard it from every wholesaler and every direct mail company in the last few years. There's a reason why Social Security is popular. It's because of Obama, because we're worried about if it's going to be there. Social Security in the past, Jesse did these mailers with us a lot, was geared towards saving taxes on Social Security. So people that have already withdrawn from Social Security, they are being taxed 50% or 85% on their Social Security. If you know anything about Social Security, and if you're in this industry and you're selling to people in the retirement market, you should know all about Social Security. You should know the tax tables, you should know everything, because it's the basis of these people's income is their Social Security. So doing simple things like they have 100,000 a CD, rolling it over into an annuity, you're saving them the interest and possibly lowering their household income. So there's simple things you can do in starting that. That's where everyone started, was saving money on taxes on their Social Security. We've now changed to marketing to younger people and doing it on maximizing their Social Security. So you'll probably have already seen this number. There's 567 ways for a married couple to basically different ways to withdraw from Social Security. That's confusing, that's scary, and even if people have a lot of money, they still want to, if possible, save money and get the most out of their Social Security. So what we put together is a program. This is the program that Jesse ran. It's a reply card mailer that goes out. You can see, that's the mailer right there. First class in, first class out. Marketed to people ages 58 to 66. It seems like a lot of you are in California, so people in California have more money, so we're going to be raising the household income. These people are hopefully haven't withdrawn from Social Security yet. If they're 60 or they're 61 and they've already withdrawn, usually it's because they don't have money, so it's not our target market. So we've added on a select there to kind of if they already withdrew from Social Security, you're still going to treat it as a lead, but you don't want to maybe try to cross-sell life insurance to them. So when they receive the mailer, if they're interested, they're going to return it to us, or they're going to go to a website, freeassessreport.com, to request further information. They're requesting information on a free Social Security report that's customized to them. So average return is actually going to be around 2%. I think you actually got 50 cards back. 54. Okay, so on a 3,000 piece mailer, that's pretty close to 2% return. 60 would have been 2%. So the nice thing about this is when we send out the mailer, you literally are getting responses back in 2 days because as soon as they get the mailer, they're going to the landing page, and then you'll get the reply cards back. We have put together scripting, so a lot of what we felt was challenging for financial planners is just not knowing where to start. You have a lead in front of you, but okay, so what? And a lot of times the wholesaler doesn't know what to do, and most times the marketing company doesn't know what to do. I've run telemarketing companies before, so I understand exactly what to do, what time of day you should be calling, how often to call, and the answer is you need to be calling all the time. The reason why this usually doesn't work is people aren't putting in a lot of effort. It's difficult, I know it's not where you want to be, but if you don't have leads, you have to start somewhere. So this is the place to start. It's pretty economical. If you are with Dunhill and you're also with Legacy, the pricing is 50 cents, so it's pretty darn cheap. And so again, you call on these people when you set up an appointment, you're going to be telling them, okay, please make sure you have your statements out from Social Security. If they don't, it's very easy to show them how to get them. And what's going to happen is we have a fact find that you're going to use. If you're going on appointments and you don't use a fact find, just a hint, you should probably get one. You can find them anywhere, but you need a place to start. You need something where you can literally ask someone questions because you might think you have it in your head. Is that okay? But if let's say you put together something and you kind of go over things and then you don't remember exactly what's going on and you go back and meet with them again, you want them to feel like whatever you're presenting to them is personalized to them. That it really wasn't, you sell this annuity and that's it, and you're more of a, hey, this is, so you know about that. But so we have the phone script, you meet with the prospect, you're going to use the fact find to gather their information, you're going to take it and you're going to send it to your people at Dunhill and say, okay, this is the person we met with, the husband's 62, the wife's 60, they have this 401k, they're saying they want $4,000 a month to live off of, but even if they withdrew from Social Security at the top age, they're only going to have $3,000. What should we do? They have that $100,000 in that CD or that 401k, roll it over into this annuity. So it's absolutely perfect. We found software through MaximizeMySocialSecurity.com. It's $200 a year, pretty inexpensive. You don't have to use it. If you have software already that provides a customized report, you can use that. But you want to have something because the report is why you're setting up the second appointment, because they want that report. So it's nice that you really have 2 appointments built into this program. And then hopefully when you meet with the client in the second appointment, you're telling them, okay, this is what your report is, and by the way, this annuity would be best for you, or this life insurance product. So these are the results we're seeing. The price is normally 65 cents, and like I said, you guys have this at 50 cents. If you want any samples or anything like that, they're actually in your packet. Does anyone have any questions about this program? Yes?
Yeah, it's just one question. Can you repeat the name of the company who has the software?
MaximizeMySocialSecurity.com.
Maximize My Social Security?
Yes.
Okay.
And it is actually a gentleman out of Boston. I'm from Massachusetts, if you can't tell by my accent. Dr. Lawrence Koltikoff, who's a professor at BU, put the software together. He's actually BU, Boston University. And we've also found if you want kind of a flyer to hand out on the first appointment, we found a great generic report that Boston College put out. I like my Boston.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Do you market to this group based on an age? Finding that those people who are between the ages of, say,
Yes.
58 to 65, and where does that list come from?
We use a few different list companies, so I'm sure you guys have heard of Info USA, Sales Genie, Axiom. My list company right now we're using a lot of is List Giant, but they're all list compilers, and all the data is fresh that we download. So anytime you do a mailer with us, we download a list. You would pick the exact geographic locations you want to mail to. We have an outfit out of Florida that's doing this program with us and doing a lot of office appointments actually. So it can be possible if you want office appointments, you probably want to mail in a geographical location that's a lot closer to your office, because one of the major reasons why people wouldn't go to meet with you in the office is because it's too far away.
Do they, I mean, all of us have people who are turning 65 or about to retire, obviously. So what is the cost of doing this these people doing this service for? Do you have any idea on that?
So meaning you have people that you know that are about to retire?
Well, everybody has, I mean, just in our population around us,
Right.
I mean, what they say, there's how many million baby boomers are gonna be turning 65 here. So because of that, if you're targeting that specific group, then you ask for that specific age group?
Yes. Yes, we definitely, when we're doing a mailer, we do a specific age range. Yes. Otherwise, that's what I was talking about with targeted marketing. You have to start somewhere, and this, I'm going to get into it in a little bit, but with your first message that you're sending out, so your mailer, you'll notice the mailer that we have is very generic. It almost looks like it's from the government. You don't want to be, you don't want to trick people, but it's a fine line in marketing with you need to be a little edgy. And with your initial message, so people that have never been in contact with you before, you're not doing anything with your logo, you're not doing anything with, hey, this is me, Elisabeth LePage. It's just more sending out your message. This is what, we're wanting to talk to you about. And the people who respond, the people that are interested, that's your target market. Now, Jesse doesn't know this yet, but all the people that responded, we're going to do another mailer for him on that smaller group of people, so that 54 people, and market to them on a monthly basis with different messages. So on life insurance, on probate, on annuities, on, in August, it's National Hot Dog Day. Come in and see Jesse and he can give you a hot dog. But just creating brand awareness and getting them a reason to get back in touch with Jesse, and for them to say, hey, he sent me this message originally and I wasn't interested, because when people tell you they're not interested, they're not ready, they're going on that vacation, their mother died, sometimes they're lying, but sometimes they want to feel like you're not just in it for that one close and you're gone. Or sometimes they're telling the truth, sometimes their mom really did die. And a lot of times, I do it too, I'm in sales, I'm very aggressive, and if that person tells me no on the phone, all right, and I might call them in a few months, but I'm just going to call them once. So if you're doing something constantly, creating brand awareness that, hey, I'm here, this is me, did you know we do this? It eventually works, and it eventually increases your ROI tremendously.
So then 54 replies.
Yes.
You got he closed 10 or 12.
No.
Well, I'm just saying hypothetically.
He closed one.
Okay, well, let's just say he did.
And Jesse's good.
Okay, but that's,
And I'm
that's
being
not my
very
point.
honest with you.
That's not my point. My question is that 54, regardless of how many he closed, I
Yes.
care less. You're still going to do a drip marketing to those people again. Now, the next batch of people that he goes out and does the replies again, you will add that to that 54, and you sort of build up.
And this started off for my father. You know what? Let me. I have a tendency to get out of order. Let me continue this, and I'll get back to that, because it's really my passion is brand awareness and things like that. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions about this reply card program? Cool. All right. So this is a one-on-one appointment program. This is our only turnkey VIP one-on-one appointment program. It is, I'm sure you've seen it and heard of it, and you'll see a copy of the mailer, it's the orange one in there. It goes out inviting people into your office. If you don't have an office, we can do it at the client's home, inviting them for a one-on-one appointment in exchange for a meal card. It's not my favorite program because you have to be very good at what you do for this program to work. It's a minimum of 5,000 piece order. It's expensive, and you have to be very on top of your game very quickly for this to work. Because with that mailer, you're inviting them into your office, and a lot of times they're coming in for the gift card. These people do have money. These people are similar to people that would go to seminars, but they're the type of person that doesn't want to go to a seminar. So it's a good place to be, but only you can answer this. You have to be at that place in your career where you know you are so confident in yourself that you can go into that room and meet with that client, and you're going to build that rapport really quickly, and the gift card is going to be secondary to them. And it does happen. It happens a lot where you can go in there and maybe they went in, the husband was like, oh, let's go in and see what he has to say, but worst case scenario, we get a $100 gift card to Roof Chris. Can't beat it. But then they go in there and you start uncovering things like, oh, well, what about this? Well, what if you pass away? Well, what's going on? And then they forgot about the gift card. So it can happen, but again, this program is something that you and I would speak about, and I got to get a feel for your selling style, just see if it's right for you. It's not my favorite program because I don't have a high reorder rate, and I know it's because it's not for everyone. So, does anyone have any questions about it?
Yes. What kinds of success rates?
So, if we have 10 people, I might have 2 people that reorder, and they'll reorder within 2 or 3 months. I have people that consistently do it. I have a guy in Long Island that this is all he does, and he loves it. He writes big business from it. It just depends on it really depends on you. Other questions? But this is a lot higher net worth clients that you're getting in front of. It is a really quick turnaround time because they're getting the mailer, and as soon as they're getting the mailer, it's a call-in thing. So we handle all the calls, we take care of it for you, you give us your schedule. It does work well, for example, for people that are doing seminars who they just had a bad seminar. I had a guy that we do business a lot with in Illinois. He had a seminar that hit during a snowstorm. He needed appointments like that next week. We sent out a mailer, and you're filling his schedule. So it can work just for the right person. Any other questions? So we do a lot in seminars. It's probably my favorite thing to do. I do a lot of coaching with seminars, and it's more talking to people that have never done seminars before, who want to get into them, and also talking to agents that have been doing seminars a lot with our competitors, and our competitors do not have kind of the wherewithal to kind of say, hey, who's greeting them at the seminar? Can you describe that person to me? Is that person good with seniors? If that person is not good with seniors, you are making a huge mistake. It doesn't matter how attractive she is. It's a bad, bad, bad thing, because the person that's going to be greeting them is their first contact with you. And usually your assistant, who's sitting at the door, is the one that's, again, going to be meeting with them initially when they go into your office. And a lot of times it's the one that's handling the paperwork, so that person is more important sometimes than you. So little things like that I can help you with. If you've never done seminars before, a great place to start that's a lot less expensive is doing them at a library, a college, a junior college, and doing them on Social Security. Social Security is less, you're going to hear me talk about it a lot, but it's not as kind of in your face as I want to sell you an annuity or I want to talk to you about income planning. They know what you're trying to sell them. So when you're sending out a mailer on a Social Security workshop at their local library, a lot of times the perception is that it's being put on by that library or college. So it's more of an educational thing. Our mailers that we do with Social Security for workshops are a lot less fancy. They look more kind of, they just don't look as nice. And it's because that's the quality that a library could afford a lot of times. Well, I don't know about the libraries in California. I'm sure you guys have more money than us in Massachusetts.
Everybody's broke.
But so you invite so one here as well, and you can kind of use ours, use theirs. I can help you make a mix of it. We have flyers that you can use on Social Security, pretty much anything you would need. You go and you speak, and you talk about Social Security and everything, but you're going to show them that same Social Security maximization report. And tell them, okay, this is why you need to meet with us and set up this appointment, because you want this report. This workshop actually has higher appointment setting rates than regular dinner seminars. Alan, I don't know about you, but everyone else, because they want that report. This group doesn't, you'll have people that are higher net worth, but usually people that go to this are more middle income to upper income, kind of upper middle income. Whereas dinner seminars will attract people sometimes that have more money. But if you haven't done workshops or you haven't been in the business as long, it's a great place to start, because someone who's middle income, blue collar is going to listen to you more because they're not being targeted by everyone else, or as much so. So they might be more likely to close, and close quicker than those big cases that take 6 months to a year to close. That we all want, but sometimes the 100,000, 200,000 piece business is what keeps us all in business. Does anyone have any questions about seminars? We handle everything for you as far as if you want to tell me what you'd like to talk about. We come up with mailers. We do a lot with taking mailers of our competitors and showing delicately what might have not been best and what to do going forward. We're not a really big proponent at all of bio cards in your picture. Your potential clients or people that you're marketing to initially don't care about you. They don't care about your picture. They want to know that it's an emotional thing. They want to know that you understand what their worries are and what their concerns are. So it's putting it in a tactful way, and that's what we do with marketing. We don't do, initially anyways, anything with your brand, especially on seminars. Questions? This is the Social Security mailer that we put together for our Social Security workshop at the library or college. We also have one that's a red, white, and blue one. If you know anything about older people, they're very patriotic, so it's important to do that. And this hasn't been copied by anyone, so when you send this out with us, it's solely yours, as opposed to a lot of other stuff have already been, marketed to by our competitors on top of your areas. Questions? So, this is what I wanted to get into with kind of explaining. This is my father. He's been doing seminars now since '97. He has always seen lower responses. His responses have never gone up. He's now, I think, 60 years old. He doesn't want to travel, so he keeps on marketing to the same people over and over again and mailing the same people over and over again. And there's only so many times I can change his darn message. So what we did was we put together how much he was doing monthly on mail, how much he was spending on meals, and what he was actually, how many people of the people that signed up did he get to actually go to the seminar. So if you have 120 people that signed up, but only 105 actually go, that's a problem. You missed out on 15 people. And if you can potentially raise that to 120 people by doing things digitally as well, so putting landing pages and doing search engine marketing, that would help, because if you don't know anything about digital, again, it's a lot less expensive than direct mail. And then the 100, I don't know what this is. Okay, so he was closing only 15% of the people that he actually saw, that he set up appointments with. That's not a lot. And his closing rate prior to 2005 was a lot higher. And that has to do with a lot of different things. He says it's because older people aren't rolling over their money, that his kind of demographic has changed. It could be competition, it could be the economic climate, but whatever the case is, 15% is not good, especially when you're spending that amount of money. And this is the same thing for anything. I'm just giving this example of seminars. It's the same thing if you do internet leads. It's the same thing if you do referrals, whatever. It's marketing is marketing. So this can be with anything. So we increased that by 20 to 30%. That's a big deal. So, are you increasing your summer attendance, honing in on specific interests of clients? This is where you create brand awareness. Once someone responds to your message, whatever your message is, they say, hey, I'm your target client. I'm the person you want to market to. I'm the person that will eventually buy. So that's the person that you want to market to. With, if you see in your packet, you're going to see a difference in our marketing for the initial market piece we send out as opposed to when we do brand awareness. Everything is gorgeous design-wise. You're more prominent because we want them to start thinking of you and creating that brand awareness. So we do this through direct mail, we do it through digital marketing, and we do it through customer outreach. And it's a system. So you're constantly, once you're getting people that they show an interest, once they've signed up where they've called into your radio show and they're a lead. I don't know if any of you do radio, but the people I've spoken to that do radio, they have no system. They have a lead that comes in, they call them, and then they forget about them, or they weren't interested, they set up an appointment, and if they don't buy, they're not marketing to them properly. And also a lot of agents, they'll say, oh, that's what my assistant's for. She's supposed to be doing the birthday card, she's supposed to be doing the newsletters. That's not really her job. That's not what she was initially hired for, but you have her doing this, you're having her research copywriters to come up with newsletters because you want to do that. It's not what she's best suited for. So all of what we're doing is we're combining landing pages. So when we send out our mailers, when people respond that they're a lead for whatever the marketing piece is, we send out a mailer to them, and we're talking about a specific topic. So let's say we're talking about Social Security, 10 mistakes you're making in Social Security or you could be making. Go to this landing page, www.mistakesinsocialsecurity.com, to download your free white paper on this. They're download that free white paper and they're back in contact with you. So you're going to call them up and set up an appointment. Or, go ahead.
What percentage of your people are actually going to the internet and downloading that information that result in a sale?
That I don't know as far as that results in a sale, but you figure if you have 100 people that didn't set up an appointment that we're marketing to, we'll have 4 people that will go to that landing page. That's a big deal. We could do a mailer of 1,000 to just normal people and not get 4 people to respond. So it's kind of, you're just marketing to them in a friendly way of saying, hey, did you know we do this? Did you know we do life insurance? Did you know we do, life settlements? Did you know we talk about healthcare? Whatever you guys do, if you do property and casualty, you can market to them and show them what you do. If we don't have a mail piece that's for that, we'll create it for you. So this was his kind of results of after doing this. This is what he averaged after a year. It was a huge difference production-wise. If you're doing seminars, it's a big deal. It just depends on if you're doing any type of marketing that you have leads that have been stagnant, you can send them over to us. We'll do the data entry for you and start marketing. So this is what it's done through. Thank you cards if you have their birthday. We want to send them birthday cards. I don't know if you guys do birthday cards or if you do holiday cards now. If you have a family, if you have children, if you have a wife, you should be taking pictures of your family every year. I'm sure you all know this, but if you don't, and sending it to your clients. You will be surprised if you go into your clients' houses and you do this, how many of them will have all of your pictures on their refrigerator. Every time they see it, they think of you. And if they need to do something with life insurance, or if you're sending them out a little, we've done recently a postcard on procrastination. And on the back of the postcard, it has a little sticky that they can write down things they need to do. But they're using it, and they're actually keeping the postcard. And so if they keep something, they're thinking of you, and they're going to get back in touch with you. It's just little things like that. So examples of what we're doing. If you don't have a website, we're doing them very inexpensively. And everything we're doing is design-wise perfect. There's a lot of companies that are doing websites that look kind of sure your online presence is perfect. All right, so it's branding, content. You're not having to take care of anything if you don't want to. If you want to be more involved and come up with content, hey, it's your world. But I always give feedback as far as if I think something's going to work. I'd rather you not do it with me than know you're going to waste your money. That's it. Any questions? Yes.
What's the response in smaller markets as opposed to like large markets like San Diego, Los Angeles, Phoenix, as opposed to smaller towns?
With which program?
With any program, with direct mail in general?
It's going to depend. So if you're in an area like in Phoenix, good luck. You have to go outside of Phoenix, so to other areas, and you have to get creative marketing, which is what we're doing.
Well, that's San Francisco.
San Francisco, it's finding, when I speak to financial planners, they'll all say, oh, I want to go to I want to be in, if they're in like Boca Raton, I want to market to this part of Boca Raton because this is where all the seniors are. You want to stay away from that part. That's where all your competitors have marketed for years. You want to go outside of it. I'm not as familiar with California, so I can't like name things. But what we do is we do market research. We look at the area and we say, okay, you know, this is people are more middle income, blue collar. So for the Social Security workshops or Social Security mailers, this is where you're marketing to. For the appointment setting mailers, you probably want to be in San Francisco. We've done well there. So it really depends on where you are, and myself or one of my ladies would talk to you and kind of suggest what would be best for you. We're not the type of company that's going to put it on you and say, I don't want any part involved in it because when it messes up, you're going to blame me. I don't care. I would rather hold your hand and put my neck on the line and be confident that I think it's going to be best than have you feel like you're on your own. We're constantly doing research as far as if you don't know which college or library, we're calling for you. We're sometimes negotiating price points for meals, for seminars. So we're not afraid to do anything to help you because if you don't have an assistant, that's what she should be doing. So a lot of times we're like your assistant in Massachusetts. Any questions? Any more questions? Oh, come on. No? Good. Can I go? Do you want me to talk? I can.
I think I have a question. The reason most people give up on doing direct mail
Yes.
is we all know the success is like so bad. So I was wondering what you have to say
About
to
direct
people
mail?
like those.
It depends on you. It depends on the mailer you're doing. I mean, there's many mailers that my competitors have on their website. We have a mailer on our website that says tired of losing money. It's colored, it's on annuities. You definitely know that it's being marketed to for annuities. I don't send it out. I do it to get you to call me, but I don't send it out because it doesn't work. And again, with marketing, with the initial touch, you either have to give something to someone for free, like doing a dinner seminar or doing a gift card where you can be direct because you're buying them, or you have to be more of a backdoor kind of approach with the Social Security. I have a lot of people that tell me, well, you know, I'm selling annuities, why am I talking about Social Security? I went into it before. Social Security is the fundamental part of seniors. It's their income. So you need to be talking about Social Security. You need to understand it. And I can help you with that. We have videos on it and training on it if you don't.
The other question I had was with regard to the cost involved in doing direct mail.
Yep.
Vis-a-vis other kinds of efforts in terms of marketing. I mean, a lot of people I speak with say, you know, I'd rather spend my money doing ABCD. I'd rather spend my money doing, you know, other kinds of marketing.
Right.
Efforts.
Like what?
Like, I have a colleague that does, he's built this very sophisticated database where he sends out something to his clients once every week or once every 2 weeks.
So that's phenomenal. And that's what we're doing. That's direct mail. So what I really like doing is if you work off referrals right now, if you're not marketing to those referrals and getting them back rolled that all over to you. You'd be surprised how many people did maybe a quarter of it. Maybe you saw them when they were 60. So if you're not marketing to your clients, there's that person that comes in that's Johnny on the spot that just got that life insurance policy or got them when they thought they had to move their 401k, just got lucky. Whereas this is your client, so you should be marketing to them all the time. You know, maybe not monthly, maybe quarterly with a newsletter or something like that. Just keeping in touch with them, but also asking them for referrals, saying you loved us. Name 2 of your friends that did. Here's a $5, Starbucks gift card. Thank you. So if he's marketing to his, if you were just given business, oh my gosh, you're very blessed. If you were just given a book of business or you bought a book of business, that's great. But you should market to that book of business. And if he has a database now, he had to get it. And you have to be marketing to them all the time to keep that business.
I think part of my question is,
I'm not trying to avoid your
no.
question.
Part of my question is, when you're starting off the year in January with a marketing budget of X
Yes.
dollars, what should you be thinking in terms of how much of this money should be going?
So it depends on what you want to do. It depends on how much money
Wait,
you want to make.
Elizabeth,
Yes.
I'm going to interrupt. At lunch, every one of the speakers here has their own table, so all these one-on-one questions could be answered, and you can sit at any table you want. There's 2 45-minute breaks so that you go to one table if you're interested in Elisabeth's program, and then if you're interested in another program, you can speak to the other speaker.
But the
But
answer
rather
is
than
if you
keep
want to
going
make
here.
$4, you need to spend $1. That's how it is. And if you want to make double that, you have to spend $2. But we're talking thousands. So, all right. Well, I'll be available. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Elizabeth.